Hi, it's Meredith. Welcome back. Every time I start talking, the dogs come to me. So go. Hold on. Go. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Stay. They're not being very obedient today. Anyway, welcome to my channel. If this is your first time finding me, I just say welcome and join me for some cross-stitch talk. And if you are returning, thank you for returning and watching and liking and subscribing. I just want to thank all the people who join me and even care about cross-stitch or even my life. So I appreciate your likes and your comments. So anyway, I am just here after 2 months. I think my last video was in April, and that was video 14. So this is, no, that was video 15. So this is video 16, and today is June 19th. I took the day off just because I felt like it. Yeah, I needed a day off. And today is my 1-year Flosstube anniversary. Yay! So anyway, I feel like I need water. So anyway, welcome. I am glad you're here, and I'm glad I'm here too. So I just have, let's see, just a little bit of life updates, and then I've been working on, even after 2 months, I've worked on a few projects, but not very many. So we'll go through my whips, and then I do have quite a bit of haul. Thanks to Hobby Lobby and their cross-stitch clearance sale. Most of it is cross-stitch clearance. So anyway, let's get to it. First of all, life updates. Life's been good. Our home is a little bit more cramped than usual because we have taken in Eric's daughter, and so she's staying with us. We have a small home and 3 dogs, and so yeah, it's a little crowded around here, but I've had to sacrifice my cross-stitch room, or actually it's not really cross-stitch room. It's more of like where I put the stuff, because I cross-stitch out in the living room, but all of the craft storage is in there, and so the youngest son sleeps in the craft room now, craft slash music room, and the daughter sleeps in her old room. So anyway, it's a little, yeah, there's just people coming and going a little bit more, but that's fine. She eventually wants to save a little money and move out, so we are trying to help her and just kind of give her a little bit of time to be able to save. So it'll be temporary, but anyway, it's working well so far, so it's okay. It's a bit of a transition for me, but that's okay. So anyway, also I've had some birthdays. My stepson's birthday was on Sunday, and we did cake and ice cream for him, and then my husband's birthday is this Thursday. So got birthday stuff going on, and then really I think that's about it. There's not really much going on. It's been hot. I'm in Central California, and it's getting up in the hundreds this week. So today I believe we're like at 101, and we're going up to 109. So that's why I have the dogs in the house, because I feel so bad for them being out in the backyard all day in that hot weather. So they're in here, so we'll see how well they behave. I hope I don't have to discipline them too much or yell at them too much to be quiet and sit down. So anyway, that's all I have going on in my life. Nothing else really major. So we can move on to whips. So I felt like for most of my time felt like I was kind of monogamously stitching. I mean, I've worked on 5 whips over the 2-month period, but that's a lot less than what I normally do, because I was kind of trying to get my hands on all my whips to see progress on all of them. But I really felt like just kind of focusing a little bit more on some of my bigger projects. So I think the last time I talked with you, I had just ordered, I was waiting for my fabric for Primrose, and that's the one I got from Tilton Crafts. I think I showed it to you, but I hadn't been able to start it because I hadn't got the fabric. Oh, something else that I've been working on is I got my sewing machine out and I've been working on some sewing stuff. So I made a bag. Oh, it's backwards. I made a bag with these awesome unicorns. I'm sorry, I just look at them. They're like magical. So anyway, and so I have Primrose in this one, but this is what it looks like. And this is by Alphonse Mucha. And yeah, by Tilton Crafts. Anyway, really, I just love I don't know, the piece itself. It's obviously a big piece. It's 250 stitches by 614. I am doing this on 25 count. I had quite a problem with this one. When I first started it, I'll show you what my progress is. That's my progress. I am gridding and parking. I got threads everywhere. So when I first started this project, I decided to do it 2/1 tent stitch, because I'm like, hey, if I can do it in half the time, that's what I'm gonna do. But I started to see lots of warping, and I don't know if you can see it here, but I don't know, there was just a lot of warping happening, and it was getting really thick. My colors are going to be really bad because I'm washed out from the light. But so this is 2 pages. So first page is mostly tent stitch. But I didn't like the warping. So I had asked a few people on Stitch Mania. I posted a picture and posted on Stitch Mania. Oops, sorry. Hold on. And I think because I was doing tent stitch, and somebody had also said that it's probably because it's on a Lugana that it's a softer fabric, so the warping tends to happen. I decided to try. I wanted to start doing 1/1. Now my options were to start it all over and do the whole first page over again, which again, 1 page out of, I think it's like 23 pages. 1 page out of 23, like, not a problem. I think I can do that. I think it took me about 3 weeks or a month or something to do 1 page because I was working on other things and all that. But when I did a little swatch, a sample swatch, and I did 2/1 tent stitch, and then I did 1/1 full cross, I really couldn't tell a difference. So I thought, I am just going to go ahead and start half of the second page is tent stitch. So second page starts about right here. And then half of the page is full cross, 1/1. And I really can't tell the difference. I don't know if you can. I may see over the long haul that this corner might be a little different, or it might be a little bulkier, or something like that. But overall, I think it's okay. So I'm going to stick with it. Even though this is tent stitch, I'm going to keep doing 1/1 full crosses for the rest of it and just go with it. And I'm not going to worry about it. In the end, it's one little corner that's a little different. And I will know better next time when it comes to fabric. I would probably maybe do it on an Aida next time because I don't have a problem with Aida. So anyway, that's my progress. I've been really happy with it. It's been fun, and this is the one I probably worked on the most because I got into a rhythm, and well, part of it was trying to problem solve, but once I started getting into it, I was just like, I don't want to put it down, so I really was enjoying it. So that one was Primrose, Tilton Crafts, and I finished page 2, and when I finished page 2, I decided to put it down and work on something else. And actually, the reason I put it down because about last week, I woke up instantly, like, first thing on my mind was, I need to work on my Woodland sampler because if I want to get that done for the fair, then I need to get it done by September and then get it framed. So I've got the end of June, July, and August to finish Woodland sampler. So this week I picked up Woodland sampler, and this is what Woodland sampler is going to look like. This is out of Just Cross Stitch. I believe it's August, November, December issues. It's in 3 parts. So part 1 is from here, from the top to here. This is part 2, and this is part 3. I had finished part 1. I think the last time I showed you, I finished part 1. And so I've been working on part 2. And this is my progress. And I just love this. I say that every time, but I do. I love it. I just finished up the deer yesterday at the bottom, and I was working on, actually I fell asleep halfway through making that little chicken down underneath the deer. And then I started working on the border this morning. So it was kind of funny. I took this to church with me yesterday, and our pastor was talking about a scripture. I don't remember which scripture it is, but all things. It was talking about God does all things. I'm really bad. I don't remember the scripture. But I had this in my Q-snap, and it said all things. And I just thought, that's a God moment. God's talking through my cross-stitching. So you'd think if God was talking really loud, or if I was paying attention, I would remember the scripture, but I don't. It's okay. I have to listen to the sermon again and edit it. So I'll get it the next time. But anyway, that's my Woodland sampler. Again, really enjoying this one. I've been working on this one for the last week. Yeah. So I also started a new project, and I cannot find the magazine. I think it's it's a cross stitcher magazine. I can't remember which one it is. I couldn't find it, but it was a alphabet, and it was, I'll show it to you. And I'm doing exactly what the magazine showed, which is Life is Better at the Beach. Now, this is a new start again in 2 months. I worked on this one pretty much monogamously until I started working on Primrose. And I'm almost finished with it. I just have and then beach last. Now, I decided to do this one because I have a friend who owns she owns a store in Cambria, California, and she sells beachy type things and pillows. She has custom made pillows and lots of beachy type things because, of course, Cambria is at the beach, Central Coast. And so she's actually hired me to do some sewing for her shop periodically. So I've been sewing I've been sewing pillow forms for her to put her little sayings and stuff on them. So I'll actually link her below, and you can go check out her store. She's got some really cute things. But anyway, I've been making some of the pillows for her. And I thought, oh my gosh, I saw this in the magazine, and I thought that would be perfect for her store. So I'm going to make that, and I don't know, put it in her store, consignment, I don't know. If I have to do anything legally for that, let me know. If I need permission to sell it, I probably do. Otherwise, it can just be a decoration in our store. I don't care. It's cute. But yeah, that's Life is Better at the Beach. And they're just super, I don't know, it's just really cute. And it's turned out, I don't know. For some reason, I think it's this fabric. It's Ada, and I believe, oh, here I have the tag. I believe it's 16 count. It's 16 count Sea Spray Ada. And I think it's the 16 count that just, I like, it's just the right size to get the stitches to lay nice. 14 count is a little too big for me, and 18 can be a little tight. So the 16 has been working well. So I might start using 16 on a lot of other things. So we'll see. Yeah. So that's that. Oh, I also made a grime guard. I made a couple of them because my house is extremely dusty and dirty. Here in the Central Valley, we are on like water conservation, and so we have very little watering time, and our backyard has basically turned to dust. And then we have 3 dogs that like to come in the house, and there's pretty much dust everywhere, and my projects get dirty. So I thought I'd make a few grime guards just to kind of get my hands, and I wash my hands. I've been doing it more often. Sometimes I don't care, but I'm trying to be better at keeping my fabric nice, just because when I was at my house prior to getting married, I didn't have that problem. Things were still, I was living didn't have dogs and all that. Now things are different, so I have to kind of be a little bit more attentive to that. So anyway, one of the little projects that I started, and again, the last time I was shared with you, I had bought a few things off of Craftsy, and there was one that I couldn't remember. If you've watched that video, you'll know. I could not remember it for the life of me. I knew I had purchased 4 patterns, and I couldn't remember what the 4th one was. Well, I remembered what it was because it was a new start for me. And let me show it to you, if I can. Yeah. It says, be the kind of woman that when your feet hit the floor each morning, the devil says, oh crap, she's up. So I call this oh crap. And this is how far I've gotten. I'm doing this on one of my tea-dyed fabrics. This is Ada. I believe I think this is 18 count Ada. And this is the raspberry tea-dyed. Now, what I've noticed with the tea-dyed, this one particularly, is when I first tea-dyed it, it had a pink tint, and it no longer has a pink tint. It has more of that regular tea. This is, I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see a difference there. This is the white, and this is the tea-dyed. But still, it works because this is I'm using the brown thread. And of course, it goes well with the little flowers. I did change up the colors. I decided she calls for, she calls for just a solid DMC for the flower. And I'm using one of the DMC variegated flosses, number 4200. It's really pretty. And then she has 2 different greens for the leaves, 700 and 702. But I couldn't really tell a difference between the 2 colors. I mean, there wasn't a lot of shading difference. So I decided to use the variegated on that too, and I'm using variegated 4045. That's also DMC. And I think that's turning out really well. I don't know if you can see the variegation because my lighting's so bad. But yeah, so I've got half of that done. All I have to do is the devil says, oh crap, she's up. I love it. And then just the flower on the outside. So anyway, that's been fun. That's actually been my church project. Mostly my church project. Because, hey, it's kind of churchy. Except for the oh crap part, but I'm not that much of a stickler to not use that word. So, anyway, I just think it's funny. So, let me just say that one is by, again, it's on Craftsy. Let me see if I can find who it's by. The only thing with this, the way it's charted is really kind of weird. I do have to, if you do end up looking it up, it is strange because I can't show you the pattern, but everything, so when you look at your cross stitch patterns, everything is like in squares. Well, this whole pattern, all the back stitching is like, here's your cross stitch square, and everything is like in the middle. So they're like, if I was using like a 28 count, that it's charted for 14, then you know how, I'm really explaining this really bad. But the stitches are in between, in the middle of the squares and not on the corners of the squares. So it's really just kind of strange, as if everything was like on half stitches or something. So sorry, I know I'm probably really confusing you. but I've just decided to ignore the fact that they're all off by a half a square, and I've just made them to where I'm just doing it on the squares on the graph. So I'm having to adjust a little bit, like a half a square. So anyway, sorry, you can ignore all of that if you don't care. The last project that I was working on just a little bit is Santorini Sunshine, which looks like this. I am doing the coral colorway, not the blue. And this is on a hand-dyed even weave. And I noticed, it's my progress. I've done quite a bit up at the top. I think I was to about here and then here. So I've done all of this at the top. So that's since the last time you saw it. And I know you're not going to be able to tell, but I have noticed that this fabric, I hand-dyed this with Kentucky Blue. I think it's called Kentucky Blue. And then I bleached it, and then I added a little bit more dye color to it just to get a very subtle blue. And you can't see here, but I've noticed that there's a little bit more modeling that's showed up over time. I don't know if that's how that normally goes, but it's kind of cool. And so I know I won't use this whole thing, so I have the whole rest of the fabric, the back half of the fabric, to use for something else. So I'm excited for that. I like having extra fabric because for some reason I have not yet bought a hand-dyed fabric from anybody. And I don't know why. Part of it's I don't like ordering. I mean, I'm just lazy when it comes to ordering online. So I bought some new something which you'll see ahead in just a little bit. But I bought some fabric that maybe I'll end up dyeing for other projects and whatnot. But anyway, I hand dyed that one, and I like it. I just like having extra fabric around. I don't like having projects and like not being able to pull from a fabric stash because there isn't very much fabric. Like I've just got Joann's and Hobby Lobby and Michael's, and we all know the stuff that they carry, and it's nothing particularly pretty. So, you know, just to have other colored fabric around is kind of cool. So anyway, those are my whips. That's all I have. One other project that I've been working on that isn't stitchy related, but it's, let me see if I can get it, is I have two friends that wanted me to knit them some things. So what they wanted me to knit, get down, off, I heard noise, and here they come. Go lay down, go, lay down, go. Going. These are little bombs, but they're ass bombs. These are for my friends. I've made this one, which this one is not my favorite one. There's a little bit of weirdness happening there. This one is, I still have to do the little thing at the top. There's a purple one, much better stitching on the front. I'm actually knitting these, and I'll link the pattern for this below. It's on Ravelry. But I am doing, this is all knitted black, but I do it, oh, I forget what it's called. No, go, lay down. Lay down. Oh, she doesn't listen. This is the bad one. Anyway, I forget what it's called, where you stitch over the black. So that's that one. And then I have a third one. Where is my third one? Behind the computer. Sorry for the close-up. Then I have this one, which I need to add one more row of red, but I just have the top for that one too. This one's a little funky. They're all different because there's no pattern for the F. Like there is, but the way I'm doing it, there isn't, and I'm kind of doing them just by sight. So anyway, those are my knitting adventures. I've thought about, everybody is getting into knitting on their Flosstube channels, and I put my knitting down to cross stitch. Like I don't want to have to pick it back up. So I'm doing this because my friends want me to do it, but for my own, I'm not into the knitting thing right now. So I'm glad that everyone else is enjoying it. I have yarn if you want some. I'm like looking to get rid of some of it. So maybe I'll do a yarn giveaway. I don't know. I have bins full. So anyway, that's all my projects that I've been working on. On to haul. I have sale haul. Most of it's sale haul. I have thrift store haul, and I have like regular stuff that I bought. So I'm going to go through thrift store first. And I have the worst luck. First of all, I'm not really a thrift shopper. My husband is more of a thrift shopper. But we went out of town, and sometimes it's nice to see the thrift stores out of town because they just have different things. The thrift stores around my area, I have not had any luck in. The only thing in my thrift stores in my area that I found is this. I found some red 14 count Ada. It was $1.99. Not bad. But then I found some books at one of the thrift stores out of town. So let me show you those. Oh. And these are not all cross-stitching, but they're kind of fun. So, and I love these Japanese books. So this is a crochet book. It has just little swatches. This is more of like a different samples, different stitches. I like to have these books even though I'm not really doing anything with them right now. I still like them. There's another crochet one. Again, I don't read Japanese. I'm not that cool. But there's the patterns in here are, see, those are shawls. The patterns in here are diagrammed out, so you can see that I shouldn't show you the patterns, but you know, it's okay. It's Japanese. What else? Little vests. Some of them are cute. I thought about maybe just reselling these on Etsy or eBay, but I haven't yet done that because I don't know what I'm doing with that. Here's some slippers. Those are also crocheted slippers. Fun little socks and shoes. I don't know. Maybe I'll do one and then get rid of the book. And there's this one. This one is flower room shoes. Cute little shoes. Might be fun to make for around the house. I don't know. It's kind of fun. And this one was the cross-stitch one I got. This is the Best of Vanessa Ann's cross-stitch collection. And I think there was one pattern in here that I really liked. Probably not going to be able to find it. Here's a nice little red barn for all you red barn lovers. Sampler-esque. Got holiday stuff in here, Halloween stuff. Where's the one I saw that I liked? Oh, here's some cherubs. Cupids. Oh, they have it as cupids. Oh, this one. I love this bunny. Hiding in the flowers. So cute. Again, a lot of the stuff in here is not my style. I also like this one, Glorious Nativity. Very pretty. Let's see. Oh, here's No Time to Spare. Here's another rabbit one. I don't know if I'd do that one, but it's kind of cute. I thought there was another one in here. There's a Santa for all you Santa lovers. Yeah. Oh, here's another one. Oh, this one's got a bunny too. Kris Kringle. There we go. Cute. I have never heard of this gal. Here's Father Ice. I'm not really a Santa person. Like, I'm not into the whole holiday stitching, but I don't know. Maybe one day. Oh, here we go. Kanaka Loka. Bendy Stitchy, is that Hawaiian? I know you don't watch my videos. Can somebody ask Bendy Stitchy if this is Hawaiian? I'm not that cool. Okay, Sinterklaas. Sinterklaas. That's kind of cute. There's a lot of Santa Clauses in here. There's an alphabet. And I didn't mean to do a flip through, but here I am doing a flip through. I liked this one. It's kind of cute. I like the deer. I have a thing about deer. I don't know. I think that's why I like the Woodland sampler, because it has a deer in it. Yeah. Anyway, that's the cross stitch thrift store find. So then I got a bunch of Hobby Lobby and Michael's, actually, because I got some sale stuff at Michael's too. I went kind of fabric crazy, and then I went like kit crazy. So I found these were all on sale, $1.47. Now it says the bread cover. I don't know what you think of when you think of bread cover. I think of like a cover for like a toaster. I don't know why I think that, but I didn't realize that it's basically like a napkin. And I'm like, what is? It's just regular like fabric in a square that has fringe. It's 14 count, soft, easy. I'm assuming it doesn't say Aida, but it's like a soft Aida. So I got a couple of those. I figure I can dye those. I also got some tubes of fabric. Fiddler's Aida 14. These are all 14 count. And then sea salt. I couldn't pass them up. $2.47 for these two, and then $1.47 for this. Couldn't pass that up. Okay. Now on to... I went a little crazy, but I couldn't pass them up. I got Wallace Kit Fox. Super cute, right? Mm-hmm. Got the boat, Wallace. These are I think these are the wool acrylics. This one I think is also, you can't see it, it's right there on the edge. Wool acrylics. But yeah, that one. I thought my husband would probably like this. I showed it to him. He was like, yeah, that's cool. This one, of course, I had to get. Unicorns. With the flosses. With Aida, I'm sure. I haven't been a fan of these flosses. I may, because I have another Artiste kit. I have another one, and it has Zweigart fabric, but I'm not sure what the floss is, and I'm not a fan, so I might do a conversion to DMC on this, which I'll have to just color sample them. I got this one. It's really pretty. Poppies. This one's called... I don't know what the title is. Oh, Poppies and Swirls. DIY kits. Artiste mini kit. So delicious. Honey, you are so delicious. $1.50. $1.20. Now, mind you, this was not all in one stop. This was like in 3 different stops. Every time I went, there was new things on sale. Now this one is the printed fabric, and the only thing that's stitched is the balloon. But I'm like, that would probably be a pretty quick stitch, right? I don't know what to do with it. I don't know. Just because, for the love of bunnies. This one was $3. It is called Cute Bunny. And isn't it cute? It is freaking cute. I'm sorry if there's glare. This one, I just saw, you know, I can't think of her. In Arizona, the one we all want to be. Anyway, she bought this. Stitching and Sequins, McKenna. She bought this and she said it was creepy Jesus. Kind of creepy. But that was a part of the artistic, you know, back then they painted their children as adult with adult faces. He definitely has an adult face. Like, he's got bags under his eyes like an adult. So, yeah, I have to agree. He's creepy Jesus. But still, we can appreciate the art, right? I can appreciate the Jesus part too. And then I got perforated paper. And then I saw this in the bag. I may make some blankets. I don't know if I'll make them weighted, but I've been wanting to do some quilting, and I thought, hey, I'll just get this cheapy book for $2.50. Why not? So that's all my haul, or at least the sale haul. Then I got a few things that I purchased. I don't remember. I ordered something and this came in it. I ordered this too, but like, I don't remember what I ordered that this came in. Oh, maybe it was the fabric for Primrose. I think it was. Look at those cute little bunny stickers. I can't get the glare. Oh, they're so cute. I also purchased, well, I got some even weave. Yay. I got this 2-hour cross stitch book with animals. I can't really show any of them to you because they all have the patterns on the pages, but they're just really, really cute. Look at this little dog, Scotty dog. So cute. Here's the back side. I think I got this at Michael's. And I also ordered from Joyful Expressions. I ordered her Give Thanks to the Lord, for He is good. His love endures forever. And I like the black one. So I'm going to get me some black Ada, probably. And I'm going to stitch that. It's really cute. Thought about maybe stitching it for my pastor, because he would like that too. I also downloaded the Baubles, Mr. X Stitch, Bendy Stitchy. If you're interested in doing these, she's collecting them. I may make some and send them off to her. But yeah, you just print this off for free. It's on. I'll try and link it below. Oh, what's the website? I can't remember. I'm so bad. I will link it below. So then I purchased online, also from Joyful Expressions. My first purchase, Needleminders. No, I can't say they're my first. They're almost my first. But these are, say, trust in the Lord with all your heart. And I got those because sometimes I just need to be reminded to trust. But these are really pretty. Again, Joyful Expressions is where I got these. Sandra. I don't know if it's Sandra or Sandra. Sorry. Please correct me. But she has a website that has a bunch of Needleminders, and she's got patterns, and she does patterns with names that you can look up your name and have a scripture put to it. So anyway, I just really think these are super duper pretty. And I know they're not getting really good light. There we go. Fun stuff. Now, I got gifted one thing from my mom. My mom and my sister and one of my sisters and my stepdad all went to Zion National Park. And they, you know, as when you go on vacation, you think of your family, and they got everyone a gift. And I got, from the Posey collection, Fine Needlework Designs, I got the Watchman Zion National Park. So I'll have to do that just to commemorate their trip. But I thought that was kind of fun. They thought of me. They thought of me and thought of cross stitch. How fun! I don't know. I think that's just fun. And then amongst all that stuff, I got magazines. I ordered a subscription. I have a subscription to Just Cross Stitch. I have a bunch of magazines that I got, which I'm not going to show. But that's really all my stuff. So yeah, I've had fun collecting these things. I know it's my 1 year Flosstube anniversary, and I think I would like to do a giveaway, but I want to pick out something. I don't know if I'll pick out one of the the kits that I got. I also have something else in mind. So I just haven't planned it out yet. So I do want to do something to give away for 1 year, and I will, maybe I'll do a separate video for that. But I do want to kind of think about it a little bit more on what to do. Not as if I didn't have enough time to think about it already, but I fly off the cuff. So anyway, that's all I have to share with you. If you like the video, if you made it this far, go ahead and like it, subscribe. You can put notifications on also so that you know when I put up a new video, because I don't do them regularly like everyone else, because I actually would much rather, sometimes, I want to dedicate my time to stitching, and then I get busy and all of that. But if you put the notification bell button, you'll be notified of when I get a new video. And I appreciate that. Also, I appreciate and love all the comments that you give. You can find me on Instagram too. And I always forget what it is. I think it's Mera Duffy, MEREDUFFY. And anyway, you can find me there. I don't post super regular on that either, but I do try to put stuff up, like I put something up recently. So anyway, all to say that I love connecting with you, and I appreciate all the comments that you all have. And sorry, I'm now focused on my Instagram name, Mera Duffy. You can find me under Meredith Martinez also. So anyway, like and subscribe and be my friend. And if you don't want to be my friend, that's okay. But yeah, just keep in touch. And I just thank you for watching my video. And I will see you next time, hopefully with a giveaway. And yeah, so stay tuned. Bye-bye.